Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and in this video we're covering the new season of XP and how you guys can go ahead to stack up some XP challenges, at least for this one game of domination, and get about 2,000 XP in one single game, and maybe even more if you play your cards right. So if you guys are excited, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Comment currently where you are in your total XP right now. This was pre-recorded on Friday, not on Saturday. So at that time, I'm at 5,750. You guys can see, working towards level 17. Be careful because there is a glitch around level 11 to 13. So what I would recommend is that you actually wait to collect these until you get to about level 14. So keep gaining XP, and I'll show you guys how you can still keep track of your XP challenges to make sure that you're getting them done at the correct time. And then once you get around level 14, 15, then you can actually collect all of yours just to avoid the reset. Because what happens is you'll collect, the Ascension board or your Lockdown Defender pack, maybe even Jabari Parker, and then it just sends you all the way back down to 0 XP. All of your XP challenges will be gone. So my recommendation is make sure you just keep collecting your XP, get about to 14, and then you'll be good. So first off with this, I'll show you guys how you can keep track of your agendas and all that sort of stuff without actually opening that up. So we will go over here really quick and switch it to the PC. Now this is on 2kdb.net. I will link this down below in the description. And what you can see is that there's a whole list of all of the XP challenges that you can actually get done in one current point in time, as well as all the way at the bottom. You can go ahead and select them all off to kind of see where you are. Now I think it's adding all of this XP right now into this, which is why it says I have 15,000 collected. Definitely not how much we have right now, but eventually it'll correctly tally. So what you're going to want to do is obviously figure out the challenges that you're going to do. But personally, the first thing you want to do is crank out these week 1 ones. But this is just where you go to make sure you click them all off during that 11 to 13 to make sure you got all the XP. So what we're going to be doing on this specific set of challenges is we're going to make sure you crank out your dailies. Obviously, this is from Friday, so you won't have these current ones, whatever they are. Get those done before you do this. Unless you can stack them in there. But first off, we are going to want to go ahead and get up at least to the level 7 to get Trey Burke, because we're going to be doing a few of his challenges. We're also going to make sure we finish week 1, round 1, which is really easy. So you're going to want to go ahead and add a signing bonus, so add a contract to a player, add a badge to a player for the badge upgrade. Make sure you play 1 game of Triple Threat offline and play 1 game of Triple Threat online. If you want to win those 2, you just have to play them. So nice and easy. Now, the first thing that we are going to do is obviously set our team up correctly. So this is what we have so far for our team. These kind of pink diamonds that you see in there, don't worry about them. They're just kind of placeholders, just in case the team goes bad, because we're going to be playing the newer domination, the heat check domination, which is pretty tough for that. It's on Hall of Fame difficulty, so whenever we get some challenges done, we're immediately switching in some new players. So the plan is to have Trey Burke in here at the PG, Markelle Fultz's glitched Ruby in here at the 2, Jabari Parker at the 4, and then Glenn Davis over here at the 5. Now what we're going to end up doing is these challenges for them here. So the week 1 round 2 challenges we're going to have right here. So for the shooting guard steals, we're going to try to get a steal in this game, obviously with our shooting guard. It shouldn't be too bad because secondary positions do count. So if we get a steal with Trey Burke or Markelle Fultz, boom, that's 1 for us. And then this one also says make 5 3-pointers in a single game. So that's actually going to go towards this as well, because we'll be doing some other challenges. Make sure we get 10 points with a small forward. We'll get that by getting Jabari Parker's done. And then 2 blocks in a game with any power forward. We're going to try to get that with Glenn Davis or Aaron Gordon. It kind of depends on what's going on, but trying to get it with Glenn Davis. Next up, we are going to make sure we can go and get these dimes from Trey Burke and Burke layups. So the first thing we're going to do is get 5 layups with Trey Burke, but we're going to make sure we crank this challenge out right here, dish from Fultz, and make sure that the 5 layups that Trey Burke is hitting are the 5 assists that Markelle Fultz gets. Very simple, very easy. Just make sure Markelle Fultz's 5 assists are to layups for Trey Burke. Then, because I've already worked my way up, my recommendation is make sure you come into this game with about 15 or 5 assists done on this one right here. I have about 4, but then we're going to pass and get assists with Trey Burke back to Markelle Fultz for some 3s until we finish off the 15 3-pointers with glitched Markelle Fultz, which will give us another good bit of XP from that. Now, if you have other cards that you can throw in at the PG to get some XP, you can definitely do that. But what I'm going to end up doing is after I have Trey Burke and Markelle Fultz do those, I expect that I'm probably a little bit under the total score. These guys are probably going to be beating me because it's Hall of Fame difficulty. So what I'm going to end up doing is switching in Steph Curry and switching in Dwayne Wade to, then get me a lead and have some fun there. That way we have some nice little lineups for this. Now, the reason that we have Glenn Big Baby Davis in at, the center is because his challenge actually, if you go to the Flash 5, is going to be 25 points in the paint and 15 minutes in a domination game. Two very, very, very easy ones, and he also has 30 rebounds, but we'll passively be getting those, so we haven't actually counted that XP challenge for it. So don't worry about that. So Glenn Davis's role is literally just to play the game, get rebounds, and 2 blocks to finish off that power forward challenge, and that is it. So what we're going to next end up doing is use Curry and Dwayne Wade to then pass to Jabari Parker in a pick and pop or pick and roll, something like that, where we can get some buckets with Jabari Parker and crank some of his Jabari Parker's ones down. So we can only do the rebounds and the points ones, so that's what we're going to be focusing on. The 60 points with Jabari Parker, we're going to try to score as many as we can off this pick and pop and pick and roll. And whenever we start to lose a bit of the lead, then we just take Curry and we take Cam Reddish or Dwayne Wade, and we make sure that we score however many we can with them and get our lead back up and kind of play this game. And then again, we're going to passively be working on this rebounds challenge right here as well. And then once you're done with all of these, you can make sure you score like 54 points with Jabari Parker. That way you can get 3 dunks and a triple threat offline game and be really, really, really efficient and have some fun with that. At the same time, you also will be getting some of these done depending on how many games it just take you to do some of these. But win 1 game of domination is 50 XP, so that will be going towards this as well. And if you have, moved on, it'll be really nice and easy, if we're being honest. Again, you can throw some other players in here. Maybe at the small forward, you need to throw in a, Throw Bailey, and you can get 15 assists from Throw Bailey over to Jabari Parker. That's another way to really add some nice XP to that. But those are offline. Sorry, with Rudy Fernandez, you can throw him in there and get 15 assists to Jabari Parker for his points and really add it up. But I've already obviously done those, so we're going to be doing Curry, Wade, Cam Reddish, and all that sort of stuff. But if you were using Rudy, obviously your lineup would look like this. Cam Reddish would be on the bench, and then Rudy would be in place at Cam, and then you do your Markelle Fultz and Trey Burke stuff. You swap them out, and then you have Rudy in there, so you have his passes over to Jabari Parker. Now, what I recommend doing before you get Jabari Parker's points, but that's just a general plan, is to make sure you get your 25 or at least a few points in the paint with Glenn Big Baby Davis. He's not the greatest offensive guard, but 25 points isn't too bad. It's like a quarter's worth of points, so just give it to him every single time, and eventually you will get your stuff done. Whenever you get your challenges done, what I recommend is having this page open on 2KDB Agendas page. If you just get linked to this, you can always hit the agendas at the top corner, and then coming through and make sure you guys check them off. And to show you guys how much XP we are going to be getting from this, I'll pull up a calculator really quick so we can actually see it, and you can see I'm not capping with it. So with this first one, you obviously are going to just get to this page, so you're going to have the 2 blocks from a power forward with Glenn, which is 150 XP right there. We're going to get 5 3-pointers in a single game, which is another 250 XP, and then 10 points with a small forward, which is another 100, and hopefully you get that steal for another 100, 600 from this week 2, and you'll eventually move up on to round 3. So we're obviously going to have as well some of these flash ones, and if we make sure that Glenn gets his 15 minutes, that'll be another 100 XP for us. If we can get our 15 threes with Markelle Fultz, that's another 350 XP right there. The 5 assists, that'll be another 100 XP, which is looking pretty good. And then however much progress you make from those, we won't count it, but just assume that you could get those and you'll be getting pretty close. When it comes to another challenge we can get done, we're making 5 layups with Trey Burke in a game, which is another 100 XP. And then we're finishing off the 20 assists right there with Trey Burke to give us 1,550. And then we are also working on these Jabari Parker ones right here. Hopefully you get those 60 points, and you can, we're messing up the calculator. We can add the 400 to that and have about 1,950 in there, cranking it out. And then you have your win domination one, which will give us the last 50 to cap off our 2K XP in one single game of the heat check domination, which you can get done. Other challenges you can throw in here is just an easy, simple one: 2 rebounds in a game with Kevin Durant and maybe 5 threes. Pretty easy to do, especially the 2 rebounds, but that's 2K XP that comes pretty easily. And the reason we're doing this in the domination is because it is a little bit shorter. It's actually 4-minute quarters this time, not 5, which is nice. And if you beat it in Hall of Fame difficulty, you'll get all 3 stars. You'll get a Raptors statement uniform, a Raptors player pack, and a Raptors heat check player pack. These player packs are going to give you obviously a heat check player in this one. This one will give you a current 21 Raptors player, which is actually really cool. A lot of new cards in that set, which is awesome. Basically guarantees you a new card unless you pulled some packs. And again, guarantees you a new pack in those, and you'll also get a bunch of MT. Make sure you're hitting those MT marks to get through those. And there are so many tokens to be collected here to move your way through these. If you need, a better tutorial on how to win most of these games, I can give that as well, maybe later in the day, but who knows. Make sure you guys like the video, guys did enjoy. Comment down below again where you guys currently are in your XP, and make sure you guys subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 10K subscribers. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next video.